Is that what that's for? Oh my God.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Count us in.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's up, mother
Truckers?
You fucking butt lickers. Welcome to another episode of Necro Electric. My name is Sean D. Skellington. This is my back to black, beautiful bride.
I love it.
Kylie Skellington.
I love it.
And we've got the Duchess of Ovens, Jordan Fernandez.
Duchess of Ovens.
That's not me. That's Oscar.
What does that even mean?
You know what a Dutch oven is?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Because I called her Duchess
Yeah,
before.
my ex used to do that to me all the time. It's disgusting.
No, that is a deal breaker for me. And I told Oscar that, and he's never done it. He just does it out in open now. He just is like, I'm not going to hold your head
under the blanket.
No, it just is already
Prop dust in the
there
house.
whenever I take the blanket off. So
Hot.
it's so wonderful.
Today we have a very special guest. She's the lead singer of Autumn Stay, the Ice Queen herself, Danielle Blizzard.
Ice Queen, nice. Yeah, but I mean that was a good introduction. I'm not gonna hate on it.
All right, since this is your first time on the show, we do something called Who the Hell Are You? Where we play a little game to get to know you.
Okay.
And if you guys are new to our show, hit the motherfucking subscribe button or just share it on Facebook.
Share that shit.
Sharing is caring. All right. So this week, I'm assuming you've all had intercourse at some point in time.
No.
Possibly.
What do they call it?
Wait, we're talking about just in this week's span? Like, wait.
The last 20 minutes. Right, we're gonna see how much you broads know about sex.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
How many times a year does the average American couple have sex?
12.
For the whole year?
12.
12 times?
12 times.
8.
I'm going to go low ball.
8?
I'm going to say 8.
I'm going to go in between. I'm going to say 10.
For the whole year?
Yeah, that's once a month. For me, 12. Okay. Dude, this gets miserable sometimes.
You lucked out. 66 is the correct
66?
answer.
No way. That somebody's lying.
This is
lie.
from the Institute of Sexual Research.
Here, hold on. 66, was it?
Yeah.
That's,
Like 3 times a month?
yeah.
That's like 5.5 times a month. I call shenanigans. Nobody's that happy.
I mean, we are, but...
Damn aside. Y'all are like the 1%.
We've had sex almost
But
that amount per
I
week.
lowballed it because we have so many friends or people that we've heard of who do not.
Oh.
The only time we don't have sex is when we're fighting, pretty much, or one of us is like sick or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's
I
fine.
blame the medication I take. It messes with my libido because otherwise
Mess with your erection.
messes with my erection every single time. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm getting off of it though, so it'll be better.
She's getting off it.
No pun intended.
On the medication. Getting off
She's getting
on the
off it
medication.
to get on it.
Get
Okay. All right. Moving on.
What's the average size of a male penis?
5 inches.
5 inches. That's
5
what I was gonna
inches.
say.
5 inches.
5 inches.
5 inches.
I'd say 6.
It's actually, they say 5 to 6 inches.
Oh.
We're all right.
All
Bam.
right.
We know. Hell yeah.
Yes. Yes. I have been disappointed many a time.
Bet. I just want to say that if 5 inches is enough if you know what you're doing.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me just, don't feel bad.
Have
It's
you come
what's-
across under 5?
Not personally, but
Heard stories.
there's been plenty of dude in the line of business I'm in that are, and they enjoy being shamed for it. So
I have
take that for what you will.
personally. It was and he boasted about having a bigger one.
Oh.
And then he like got undressed and I tried so hard to be like, oh, it's so like, wow. But I couldn't do it. I was just like,
When he got undressed, was he like full attention or was it like?
yeah,
he was just
pretty
like, "All right,
pretty much. But you know, it's the, what's that old saying? It's not the size of the ship, it's the motion of the ocean.
Yeah.
But his motion was really bad too. So
Aw, boo.
boo.
Couldn't say that.
How How long do you think it takes for the average American man to ejaculate during sexual intercourse?
2 minutes. 2.
Damn, you guys are
Yeah.
You guys are like, yeah, you're on the
way
same
below
page.
here.
What about you?
I'm gonna say 3.
Average is 5.
Oh, I guess it's an average.
Alright.
Is that like including a little bit of his foreplay with making out and stuff? Like,
As far as
Yeah.
the text goes, it says sexual intercourse. So I'm
Like
assuming,
actual insertion.
yeah, penetration.
Penetration.
What percentage of women say they always have an orgasm during sex with their partner?
75%.
Ooh. I'm gonna say half. 50. I'm gonna say 50%.
I'm gonna go with like 10%.
29%.
It'd be
Oh.
lower.
So there's a lot more that are that are telling the truth. Like they're like, oh, I didn't come. Like,
Oh wait, yeah. Wait, what was that? Did I get it? Did I mess myself up?
Yeah.
What was the
You said
question?
75%.
Yeah. Wait, what was the question?
It says, what percentage of women say they always have an orgasm during sex with their partner?
yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
was
Yeah. I meant to say real low. Let's go with 25. Yeah, I was gonna flip flop. Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Next question. How long does it take a woman to normally orgasm during sex?
45 minutes.
Hour.
Minimum like 15, 20. Yeah.
45 minutes.
Oscar, bro.
I didn't say that was for me.
I'm getting him a case of
Like
Gatorade.
I didn't say that was a kid. That was me.
15 is like base.
Oh, yeah.
The answer is 10 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I'm just thinking about, I mean, not me personally. I just think about the women that I have known who've been like, yeah, it like took me like an hour, and I was like, damn.
But when you have a partner who knows exactly what you like, it could be like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
unless I'm getting lied to.
I've lied many a time. I should win a fucking Academy Award. I swear to God.
Oh, dude. All right, and last question. If a man masturbates too much, this is a true or false? What do you think?
Oh.
If a man masturbates too much, he won't be able to have an orgasm during sex.
False.
False.
yeah, false. Do you mean like right before he has sex? Or
Yeah,
like
or just if he just all day he's been doing stuff.
false?
Yeah, it's
False.
still false. You're correct. All right.
Apparently it builds up stamina.
Does it? Well then,
I don't know.
Steven.
Get to it.
Question 2, what kind of porn do you watch? Today's a very sexual day for some reason. I wasn't thinking about it.
I feel like a pervert in a room full of women.
I don't give a fuck. I would say like out of all of our friend group, I would like to think that I'm the least pervy out of all the
I would agree. I would
You
agree.
don't give me a pervy vibe.
No.
Not true, because I'm not a perv, but
I've known you all of like 30 minutes. Half of it so far has been pervy talk. So unfortunately, you're half perv at the moment to me. That's all I got. It's half perv. My bad. Oh, is this to me?
yeah, it's
Yes.
weird. We've all answered. it before.
It's probably, I like to watch guy and girl actually kissing and being sensual.
It's
Like,
like romantic.
yeah, like,
What do they call it? Sensual.
sensual or romantic. That to me, I think, is more hot than like actual insertion, because any dude can do that. But can a dude passionately kiss the fuck out of me? Probably not. I've had it. Yeah,
Like
some.
if you were from like an older generation, you'd be reading those Fabio books and shit.
I used to, the ones where it's like all like dirty
Yeah.
books, and you're like, oh my god, he's starting to unbutton her shirt. Like,
Yeah. I used
Giant
to.
Swedish dude with blonde hair, like
yeah, like whisking me away, like wait,
banging some chick on a horse or
whisking
something.
is whisking,
Yeah.
right?
Whisking is.
Right?
Yes.
Is it-
Yes.
Whisking?
Whisk away.
Whisking.
Whisking. I don't
yeah.
know.
Okay.
I don't know. Sweep me off my feet.
What was that motion?
Sweep it like a whisk, like cooking. So sweep me
Nice.
off my feet. Let's just go with that word. Just
I
in
used
case.
to steal my mom's romance novels and specifically turn to the places where they were like, because it was like one place in the book where they were like having sex, and it was always so funny to me because like as a kid you're like, oh, talking about his huge member, but like as an adult you're like, nobody says that.
Yeah.
Like nobody uses that term anymore.
Yeah, that's a
So
weird word.
those Facebook things where it talks about like actual excerpts from books where men have written stuff about women in the books, and they're always like, and her nipples were just so erect that when the wind brushed against them, they just were like little hard diamonds. And I'm like literally never in my life has it ever been like that. The wind didn't just blow, and I'm like, oh.
Cutting glass and
like Jesus Christ.
All right, and then if you could change anything about anything, what would you do?
Change anything about anything?
Yeah.
This would be, it sounds kind of cliche, but it's been on my mind and my heart a lot lately.
The world.
The more help for the poor. It hurts my heart to see like people like my parents struggle and people on the lower end struggle when they shouldn't have to. When we got people sitting on hordes of cash and
people go into fucking space for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then not having to pay their fair share of taxes. And it would be great to see people get the health care that they need. That would be really cool.
I feel you. I've never understood why we keep millions of people on death row for lifetimes.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking be done with it.
Just get it over with.
Give it to the people that need it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, didn't they, not to be argumentative, but didn't they find out like some of the people on death row were actually innocent, and that's why they keep them so long to help prove?
Yeah, but it's a small percentage.
But how wouldn't you be?
I watch true crime all the time.
I know, but
but
putting one person to death would still be.
How many poor people are being put to death?
I mean, that's true, but we still could easily
they've
keep
never
people
done
on
anything.
death row without killing them, while still helping people that are poor. We have the money, we have the funds. Look at our
Or
military.
how about we buy an island? We'll just pull in old school Australia.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, they tried.
They're on their own.
They tried that with Alcatraz, and it was a failure. So because people kept figuring out how to escape.
Well, no, that was like funded. I'm saying like you go out in the fucking middle of nowhere, find a series of islands that are deserted, and just leave them there.
Okay, but Australia's doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, no. If
Yeah.
They can
So
turn it
like,
around,
maybe we should go.
if they
Like,
can turn it around, it's on them. But we
can
don't
just-
have to fund it.
We'll just put them all on Epstein Island, and it'll be fine. Yeah, have a good time with that.
why couldn't we just go?
Oh, that's a good point.
It's an island, and he's very not. I hate the dude, but he's got some really nice real estate. If we're gonna send them there, they might as well just stay here. We could go build our own.
I agree.
know?
I agree. I want, the dream is to have like a commune with all of my friends, and we all
Hell
just live
yeah.
in the same place,
Hell
and it's
yeah.
all just hanging out, relaxing. Yeah.
Hippies.
Men always die first, so when our men die, we're all gonna start a commune.
Hell yeah.
Turns into Lord of the Flies and shit. You guys, women would totally break into tribes. You guys would
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
think about your
Yeah.
friend groups and how often like they split.
But I feel like a lot of that, unfortunately, is because I hate to use this word, but just so to make it easy understanding, patriarchy. Okay, women are pitted against women because that's the way we are brought up. Even me, I have a hard time. Like, I have to remind myself, like, hey, I'm being insecure because that's just what the world has told me. Let me take a step back. She's a badass all on her own. I can love her and celebrate her for all that she is. I just have to take a step back, rewire my brain, and go. we might get into our cliques, but if we fight that, we
Yeah.
could take over the
I'm all
world.
about it. I'm a peacekeeper.
Yeah, we would take over the fucking world, okay?
Whenever Kylie beefs with people, I try to diffuse it.
What?
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I try to.
I will say, Sean is not one to like start drama and like keep drama going. So I,
if somebody
can
like
appreciate that
directly
about him.
like affects or hurts, or like I will go the exact opposite and like go fearsome on somebody. But for the most part, if I can tell that it's
You're neutral.
friendship stuff, I try to smooth it.
You're neutral. You never side with your wife. It's okay.
I always
For shame.
What are you
For
talking
shame.
about? All right, so if you guys haven't heard her band, if I had to describe it
You're
or
a
put you
loser
like
if you
with
haven't. I said you're a loser if you haven't.
Yes, true.
if you're like a fan of like I'd say like In This Moment or bands like that, fucking you'd be into it.
Thank you for not saying Evanescence.
No, oh God,
I wouldn't say
no.
Evan. You have more of a where like a Maria Brinks is more of like a hardcore thing. I would almost say you have like your own unique haunting kind of vibe.
I'll take that. Hell yeah. Thank you.
know?
Cool.
And your guitar player, like he fucking beats a confession out of his guitar. Like you could tell that guy like he definitely like listened to a lot of Amir and stuff and had like a real heavy direction.
Cool.
And then you could tell that like you guys have all fused this into this like really cool like clean metal.
I'll take that.
sound,
Absolutely.
you know?
Thank you.
I like it.
We get women won't. Women never make this association, but generally with guys, they pick top 3 female vocalists that they know. That's instantly what we are. It's Paramore, Evanescence, and Flyleaf. So I was waiting for it. I was like, he's gonna say it. He's gonna do me dirty.
Yeah.
And
no.
yeah, we're not at all. We're not. And so when you said in this moment, my brain was like ready. It was like, oh, here we go. And then you said, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, thank you. Maria Brink is my wife. Okay, thank you.
She's mine too.
Okay, she's all of ours. She's so hot.
I love her.
Yeah, me too. She's super fucking smoking.
Yeah, sorry.
What?
I haven't said. I said.
Oh! I thought you meant like. Ugh.
No, I meant good, delicious, like that.
Good.
Bunch of sexist fucks.
What?
Poor Maria.
No, I
She's
just.
a mother, goddammit.
She's a really there's MILF. Can we? She's a MILF. Okay.
So you have a new record coming out, right?
Single.
A new single. You want to tell us about that?
So that one, it was really fun because it was like we won a competition to work with this producer, Kevin Gutierrez.
Shout
and
out.
he's award-winning. Yeah, love you, Kevin. He's an award-winning producer, super fucking cool guy, and he recorded Confess for free. And that was because we won the Battle of the Bands. And then he was like, all right, you have this song. Are you going to raise the money to come back in? Like, what can you do with this? So I basically, not that I had to prove myself, but I had to prove myself to me that I can raise the money, that this will be worth my time. So we raised the money, we went back in, and Confess was the culmination of, we had a guitarist at the time, and then Steven, and then our producer stepped in. Well, Close to the Edge was literally more so the producer and I sending stuff back and forth for months. I mean, the COVID hit in the middle of writing it, so I had to
Shitty.
Yeah, super shitty. So we were literally phoning back and forth. He'd be like, hey, can you try some ba-da-da-dums into a microphone, send it to me, and be like, okay, BRB. And then send it, and had to do a bunch of different things. And he'd tie it in, and he'd be like, okay, how does this work for a demo? And those guitar parts, Steven had to write like 40 of them. Yeah. He had to just sit there for a couple hours and just nail out different riffs over and over and over again. And then Kevin would sit, and he'd be listening. He'd be like, okay, well, why don't we take this one and this one, splice it? And he would splice them together, and then we'd piece the demo together. So it took fucking months. All of that to say, we recorded that last year. Wow. Like February started it. So it took over a year to get one single out. Thanks, COVID.
Yeah.
But it was the culmination of like, I finally got to be part of the process where it was like, I brought vocals to the table, I brought ideas to the table. And for 10 years, I was like, well, maybe I'm not that good at what I do. Maybe I do need other players, people to help me get where we're going to go. And then Kevin stepped onto the scene. He was like, no, we can do this without 5 other people telling you what to do.
Kevin.
Yeah, go Kevin!
Meanwhile, the rest of their band's like, fuck you, Kevin.
And so Close to the Edge was a lot of fun. We're definitely, Kevin's helping me find me, because after years of growing up in a really religious background, being dark and rocker is not fun. It means you're a Satanist, and that's bad. So
Around here, I guess.
yeah, okay. Well, okay. So slowly stripping that back and learning to just embrace who I am. And Close to the Edge was that, like getting to be dark and pulling the horror side out. And horror genre was really cheap too. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay. It was really cool to pull that stuff off on a really cheap budget. And so we made it happen, and we're really excited. It's really dark, and I'm really excited about the next round of music because we're trying to find a way to tie in more electronica with goth with happy messages, and that's going to be interesting and tricky. So y'all will be in it,
Yeah,
by the way. These two are going to be in the next one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You might not know that, but
Okay.
She knows.
I
didn't know that.
Trying
Yeah, I was
be
about to
cool,
say. Yeah, she does. She paid for it, so.
Yeah, I will say one of Danielle's strong suits is that she's really good at promotion. Because when she did her Kickstarter, it was every day. She worked her ass off for that
Relentlessly.
Kickstarter.
Oh, my bad, y'all.
I loved every second.
Oh, cool.
of it.
Thanks.
You
I was
did
like, I felt
so
bad.
well.
I was
No.
online every day, like, well,
Yeah.
here comes another post. You're
No.
gonna have to deal with
No,
it.
people were for it.
Yeah.
People were all for it, and it was really cool seeing people really like get behind it and support. And
I was really,
yeah,
really glad. Like, it was a really stressful month because if you don't hit your goal on Kickstarter, you don't get any.
Yeah.
And so I was like, holy fuck, can we do this? And then we did. Seriously, thanks to people just like yourself. So from my end, thank you. It literally can't be done without local support at all.
Yeah.
So I was really thankful that you guys stepped up, helped, and shared and donated. And again, it wouldn't have been possible at all
Yeah,
to move
and
on to the next round.
The music video was insane. How did y'all pick that church? Where like, how did you find that?
Gorgeous.
My dad is a pastor there.
How'd you convince him then?
Hook up.
So, like I said, I was really religious.
Yeah.
Family members. My grandfather, who's a piece of shit, by the way, happy to say that on podcast. He was a pastor. He was a really big pastor. He did terrible things, but my dad is a good guy, and now he does pastoring stuff at a little local teeny tiny church, so it kind of like
Shout
runs
out
in
to
the
Dad.
family. Yeah, but he's really cool. Like, you'd think. My mom had more of an issue with the music video. She watched it and she was like, "This is dark. This is satanic." And I'm pretty sure she told family members there was satanic symbols happening in places. I was like,
Like,
Mom,
looking
like-
deep into it.
yeah, I like even looked. I was like, did I put something out that I didn't even know I had? Like, what was going? So I'm looking. I'm like, maybe she thought the deer head with the red light in it was something. I don't know. But so she was super not about it. But my dad, he has his degree in radio, television, and film. Yeah, so he's all about it. I was like, Dad, we want to do this horror thing. Can we use your church? And he was like, sure. Just show up there. And he didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
We're going to be there. And so we're out there, we're filming. We got this drone going. I'm out there in full costume, and we're out in the middle of the fucking country. And I obviously look like to them that I must worship Satan and that I'm just this terrible person because this
Beelzebub.
this little woman comes up. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, I am Roy Blizzard's daughter, and he said I could use the church to do a music video. We're making a really cool music video. I was trying to be really nice. I was like, so don't worry, we're doing everything fine. We're not going to step wherever you don't want us. Like you're fine. Of course I'm fine. I'm supposed to be here. You're not."
Does he go by Pastor Blizzard or Pastor Roy?
He just, I think, goes by Roy. I don't know. We just call him.
Pastor Blizzard sounds like a wizard.
Yeah. I think they just call it. I don't know. I don't go to the church.
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't know how.
I've been.
Yeah.
We got time for an ad real quick?
Yeah, sure. This episode is brought to you by Skellington Curiosities. Skellington Curiosities is the only curiosities and naughty shop in Waco, Texas, full of clothing, lingerie, accessories, oddities, and everyday curiosities. A spooky vibe, 365. Visit us online at skellingtoncuriosities.com.
Boom.
There you go.
Love it.
So what else is new? What else do you have to promote?
You actually have an event coming up for your Kickstarters that donated a certain level.
Yeah. So
I'm the same way. I'm like, wait a second.
okay, for those of you that donated, October 23rd in Bartlett, Texas, at a historical church, there will be an event that's fully paid for by an awesome patron of ours. She literally bought it out for the weekend and is paying for people to show up. Yeah. And she's
Wow.
hosting the event and everything. So I literally just going to show up, help. My sister's going to bake a 3-tiered Halloween cake.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
So cool.
So please wear your spookiest attire or most gothic attire, whatever you want to fucking dress up as.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be in costume that day. Feel free to stay as long as you want.
What's your sister like?
My older sister is a super badass. She does voiceover for Funimation.
Like, is she a goth chick or is she like a normal person?
She's a teacher.
I've never met like a goth chick that has like a normal sister. Like has another gothic sister. Like Courtney is the exact opposite of her. Her sister is the exact opposite of her.
Yeah, super opposite but the same. Like, we would go to school together because we're only a year and a half apart, and they'd be like, Blizzard, and we'd here at the same time. Hands go up at the same time, finish each other's sentences, but definitely she's a teacher.
Different vibes.
Yeah, again, still the same. Like, we were talking about religion today and how we were like frustrated with religion and things of that nature. So we definitely have the same like core. Yeah. But again, she'll see how I dress and she'll be like, "That's so cute."
Interesting how like two people can grow up in the same household, under the same rules and everything, but be so
completely different. Mm-hmm.
I always thought that was so interesting.
See, I feel like me and my sister, like, we have a lot of differences, but we're very similar in a lot of ways. And, like, we believe a lot of the same things. And, like, we're both into, like, tarot and astrology and witchcraft. Like, she doesn't look it, but, I mean, I'll come to her all the time and be like, "Hey, do you have this herb? Do you have this book?" And she'll be like, "Yeah." And she just, like, pulls it out of her little trunk of spells and stuff. And I'm
herb
like,
cabinet.
yeah, amongst other things. So, but, yeah, I mean, all of my siblings are pretty much of the same mindset about religion, mostly because we were forced to go 3 times a week. So
I feel it in my soul.
Yeah. So
I saw the funniest meme. Like, I don't laugh too often at memes, but it was one of like a young Jesus, and he was sitting with Mary and his dad's, and Joseph's like behind him. And he's like, "Mom, where do babies come from?" And then Joseph is like, "Yeah, Mary, where does babies come from?" Looking all salty.
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually the day after my birthday. So I'm sad your event is the day after my birthday. I'm a little sad I didn't donate more. I'm like, oh man.
Wait, but why?
But why? But
why would you be sad you didn't donate more?
Because it's only for the people who donated to that level, right?
No,
it's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited
Yeah, it's literally only for people. Yeah, no. It's for anybody that donated. So anybody of any level. That's why I was like, even if you only have $1, fucking donate, because the people who donated get 2 extra songs, the enamel pins, which are on their way with the other merch, then the event. So that's why I was like, I don't just fucking put $1 in, just do it and be done. You know, $1 is still fucking, I think, 80 cents for us from Kickstarter. 80 cents to go to a free event.
Yeah.
It's fucking banging.
Okay, now I feel so excited.
You should get excited. I don't think it'll be very kid friendly. There might be some alcohol. Well, I mean, if you got kids, you want to bring them. I don't fucking care. Let's just be real. If you're cool with,
I mean, they're not going to be.
Dress them up. If you're not bothered by me dropping the F-bomb, I really have a hard time censoring that one. But
it's so funny to us because like people are so careful what they say around our kid, and like we cuss around him all the time.
Hell yeah!
But he never cusses unless he's mad.
Yeah, no, I
then
really
he says
find
fucking
that
shit.
It's actually very important. Cussing is like a form of self-expression, and as long as you know when and who to use it around,
well,
good.
It was hypocritical for me growing up because my mom cussed like a sailor, but would come down hard on me for cussing. And like literally she would be cussing as she was, like browbeating me for cussing. And I'm like, you fucking hypocrite. Like,
it's a challenge because like this, for whatever reason, I think it's just because my kids watch YouTube and we've had serious discussions about using cuss words. And I'm like, I cuss all the time. I mean, I have a hard time censoring myself, but I don't know if I want my 8-year-old saying fuck. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. But at the same time, I feel like, if it slipped, I'd be like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to punish you. Obviously, you were expressing yourself, but it's.
Don't want her to be like, "Morning, bitch." Where's the Cheerios?
She was telling me this story about because they went to the YMCA this summer, and she was telling me the story about this little boy who was saying cuss words, and I was like, oh. I was like, well, some people their parents don't care if they say cuss words or whatever. And she was like, yeah, they were saying the S word and they were saying the A word and the C word. And I was like, the C word? I was like, what is that? And she's like, crap. And I was like, yes, say it. And I was like, that's not a bad word, babe. Like, that's just another word for poop. And she's like, can I say it? And I was like, I don't care.
Hell yeah.
And then she was like, and then he said asshole. And it was just, I was like, no. I said you could say crap, not asshole.
I don't have kids, so this is not my problem.
Yeah. No, you've got cats.
Cute cats.
Cute cats. Cute cats. Well, me and Danielle actually have known each other for we went to MCC together, which is funny because I told her I was messaging her and I was like, oh yeah, you were like my girl crush back in the day, and she's like, it was all such a blur, like I don't remember anything, and I was like, really? Because I remember you.
Yeah, she did.
Super
I
fan.
seriously, yeah. I turned to Steve and I was like, you want to hear something crazy? He was like, what? I was like, Jordan says she knows me. I don't even remember my professor's name, so I feel like a piece of shit because I fucking hated college. What was her name from Hey Arnold? Helga? Helga with Arnold.
Yeah.
But replaced it with my face instead. What class was it?
It was costuming.
Costuming with Cochran?
Yeah. Yeah, and then because you were with the music program and I was with the theater program. And
wait, what year was it? Because I started theater and I swapped because I fucking hated it.
I started it in 2008.
I was theater then.
Were you theater?
Yeah.
Okay, because I just knew that you hung around like the music kids.
I went both ways.
Both ways. Mm-hmm. I understand that. Yeah. I do. But yeah, so there was I guess it was like an end of the year project where they had to put on, like a band had to put on.
Oh, rock band ensemble.
Yes.
Did I have the Liberty Spikes?
Yes. It was so fun because like I saw like she was on stage and she was just, I can't remember the name of the song, but you were like screaming for the first like 30 seconds and I was like that would be I had like heart eyes. I was like, oh, I love you. You're so great.
That was AFI's Dancing Through Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah.
That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Yeah, and what were you saying about the Liberty Spikes? How they didn't want you to do them, but you...
Yeah, so I was, at that point, I think taking both theater and music classes, definitely transitioning towards music at that point. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to do something or look a certain way on stage, and they were like, no, you have to keep it, or I couldn't do a certain thing when performing because I had to keep it in line. I was like, I thought college was all about learning self-expression and blah, blah, and they were like, no. And I was like... Bet.
Whoops.
Yeah.
So I was mad. I was like, can somebody put my hair in Liberty Spikes? I went and bought a white shirt and wrote no, or I put art and then the no symbol through it. And then white pants with all these fucking safety pins through it. And I was like, here we go. Try and tell me not to get on stage right now because we're going on right now. So I showed up and my professor was like, noted. I will never tell you that again. I was like, thank you. Let's do this.
Yeah, we missed all the things. We were the kind of kids that were just drinking in the parking lot.
Yeah. During college? Hell yeah.
That's what I did. I mean, I went to my classes, but like theater kids don't play when it comes to being able to party. Like every night of the week they had some kind of party at somebody's apartment, and I thought I could keep up, I'm like, oh, it's okay, I have a class at 9 a.m. I can like be done drinking, and by like 3 I could get 6 hours sleep. It never happened like that. So I missed like my first semester. I nearly got flunked out of my first class because I could not make it. No. And I told him, I was like, listen, I'm sorry. I have too much on my plate. And he was like, look, I know you're a theater kid, so if you want to show up still drunk, I don't care. Just come to my class.
I was
like, I can't remember his name, but he was the history teacher, the bald guy. Really popular, like super fucking popular. I can't think of his name, though.
Shout out to popular bald guy.
Yeah. He was
like history teacher for
MCC. Yeah. I can't think of his name, but he was a really great teacher, and he gave me lots of breaks, but he was just like, I don't care how you feel, just show up to my class. And I was like, gotcha.
Show up, sleep it off.
I showed up to his class half drunk all the time.
Did you pass?
Yeah, actually.
That's all that matters.
I did.
Yeah.
So I was pretty proud of myself for that, but I did drop out after the first year, but college dropout.
Well, the theater program then sucked, so you didn't miss anything.
Well, I thought it was the bee's knees. I thought it was cool, but it was like high school extended edition.
Yes.
Bees have knees?
Yeah, they do actually.
Wait.
Bees do have knees.
Do they?
I think so. Like in between their little like legs, they have like
Somebody
joints.
Google it. Do bees have knees?
Well, we're also getting towards the midnight hour here. You guys want to do some shout outs? This one went by fast.
You are right. Oh my God. Shout out to everyone that came to see the drag show on Saturday. That was the coolest fucking thing I think I've ever been a part of, because not only did I get incredibly welcomed by all the queens back there, but all of my friends showed up and supported me, and like it took everything I had to not just cry on stage. It was like,
You did so
sing
fucking
your song, don't cry. So it was such a cool experience, and I'm gonna be doing the show on the 27th as well. So every month that they're gonna be having them, I'm gonna do them because
Where is the 27th show?
it's gonna be at Rogue.
At Rogue, okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna be, and then I'm doing Rocky Horror on the 15th of
Hell
October.
yeah.
So I'm really psyched about that. But yeah, so and they were all just so encouraging. And I have to tell you, the amount of body positivity in that dressing room is so fucking cool. And nobody cares what you look like. Nobody cares what you have up top or bottom. Like, you are just expressing yourself. And I was like, oh my God, I wish everyday life was like this.
Drag dong back there?
What?
Did you see any drag dong back there when you in the backstage dressing room?
What? No. What are you talking about?
Drag dong.
Dragged on.
You sound like you're saying a dragon's name or something.
No, like a drag queen with a dick, like out.
Oh,
drag dong.
No,
I think I know this hanging dick.
they have amazing abilities
Frank.
to hide those things.
Yeah.
They like you would never tell.
Yeah.
They've either gone through, they're like transitioned and they don't have it anymore, or they have really really great Spanx and like body suit whatever to hide it. So
Yeah.
and they're all doing splits out there. So
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know it's crazy.
It's fucking cool.
It's crazy, but
I
yeah,
can barely do a cartwell.
I know.
And they're down there on the
Okay.
floor popping it.
I know.
Legs going over the head in 6-inch heels.
I know.
Well, I'll give a shout out to Goon Squad and our 7 Day Deadly Sins art show on the 28th.
The 28th.
28th
At one day.
1 day.
From 1 to 5.
And
I did it.
Friday the 13th, we're hosting
Horror
horror movie trivia night at Rogue.
Yay!
So show
Lots
up.
of cool prizes.
That sounds
Have
really
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's here in town.
Yeah, Rogue Media Network.
That's what, next Friday?
yeah.
I'll be in Montana.
Oh, gross.
Tables are
I know.
$40, which includes up to 8 seats, or you can come as an individual for $5, and you can win skulls and whatever other shit we all drag
Getting
down
the
there.
prizes together.
I don't watch horror, so can I just like come and just pay $5 to just exist?
Yeah,
All right.
Absolutely.
it's gonna be a fun vibe.
All right.
you might know the answer to one.
I just recently watched the first Freddy movie, like last
Nightmare
week.
on Elm Street?
Yeah. And I was like,
Okay.
all right.
Close your ears, Freddie.
Oh yeah, my bad, dude.
Don't mean it.
My bad.
Don't mean it.
He like lifted up his shirt so sensually, and he was like, he like cut his nipple open, and maggots fell out, and I was like, somebody dreamt this up. Okay,
That's one of Johnny Depp's first movies.
I know he did surprising well.
With his crop tops.
yeah, he was looking adorable.
I know, right?
Oh, he won that lawsuit or whatever.
He
right?
did.
Amber
Yeah.
Heard.
Fuck Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Go Johnny.
Fuck her.
She like cut his finger off and took a shit on his bed.
Yeah. Horrible shit. Horrible shit.
Poor Captain Jack.
Anyway, bees have knees.
Oh, they do.
Yep.
Yes, now we know.
Right. I was right.
And that is all for today. Go ahead.
You don't have any shout outs?
Shout out to the bees and their knees.
Tired.
Yeah.
Tired.
What
Shout
about you
outs?
there?
Oh, I just shout out.
Whoever you
Whoever you
want.
want to.
Whatever you want. You could shout out yourself for all that you want.
How about Kevin for
Yeah, shout out to Kevin. I hope you're having a good vacation. Can't wait to get back to work when you decide to come back.
Right when you get back.
Right when you back, I'm ready.
Hurry up.
And also, if people want to check out your music or follow you or whatever.
Yeah, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google, TikTok, Instagram, wherever we're there.
Just Google Autumn Stay.
Yeah, Autumn Stay, not Autumn's Day. Autumn Stay,
Stay.
STAY. It's important.
Nice.
It's that one.
So check out her music and her profiles, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.